No, we're gonna go to McDonald's, man.
I'm on live. I'm on live at the succubus station on the 93rd dimension where none of the fucking outlets work, indoors or outdoors. And as you can see, this used to be a doorway with padded walls for insulation, right? What place is this? What is this place? I'm curious. What is this place with none of the outlets out there being 100 million, at least 12 outlets out there. There's 4 on this side, 4 over here, so that's 8, and you got 4 right here, so you got at least 12. I'm not quite sure what this place is. It's just in the middle of nowhere next to the train tracks, you know? Like, what's in that garage over there that's open? It's like a desolate dimension. Busting goals, y'all. Got 12 outlets in the surrounding area, none of which work. I am at the... No, I don't have... What? Your, Which one? Oh, yeah. Well, you said if you drop it, I'm supposed to pick it up.
Yeah. Alright.
That's busted block. What's this? Petroleum? Flammable liquid. Weathered membrane. You don't say. This place would be perfect if the fucking electricity worked. We can't, there's no way we can get it to work.
I'll see what I can do.
I thought you already did that. Go hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Why? Why, first of all? Do they make a place like this? The desolate outlets. No luck. No luck. Come on, re-engineer it while we're here. Where's the thing that you're dealing with? I bet I could figure it out. It's not working. There's one more that I'm going to try. No, I said 5 times. If you can't hear me out here...
No, you're through brick. I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear through the insulation?
No.
We could... So this is a sound room. Sound room. 1, 2, 1, 2. That used to be a doorway there. I don't know why it's arched like that. I went free flying, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went, where in the fuck, what?
Shit, work now.
It don't, man. There's one more over here we could try. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell this place used to be. With 15 outlets, you know?
That's crazy.
None of which any of still have work. What that guy's doing strategically parked over there. Just a single. Whoa, quicksand. Is there some over here? I thought I saw one over here. On the fucking pole. Did I not on the pole? Main on. Trip on. This breaker's tripped. On. There we go. Well, let's see, is there an outlet anywhere over here? You find one right there? Bang, bango, bango. Bango, bango is not. It is locked. Oh, yes, here we go.
Keep your face covered.
My face covered. Ain't nobody out here.
Work.
I ain't worried about no. God bless him.
No?
No, I can't even get this one to work. Really? Come on. Well, what's wrong with it? Get out the instruction manual. Some horse shit. What else is there? What other levers do we have here? Ah, we have some over here. Leverage. We've got. Do you hear the impending approaching? A whole nother squad? Squad of what? Say what? Another garage door thing? Fuckery, dude. Retest. Reset. Reset a motherfucker. Alright, all 15 of these outlets are useless. All separate 3 systems are useless. There's a barn over yonder ways. Are we gonna pick you up? Which one needs to? I just want to know what in the world is across the street. And how do I keep losing battery packs? Today's one of them days I need donations for battery packs. Let's stand in the electricity let's stand in the water while we electrocute ourselves. That sounds like a good plan. What's this one doing? Can we fuck with that? That one's got a dial up on it. Line, load, line, load. You think you can figure that out? Live wire, live wire. 1, 2, 3. You got some on that side too? Flip the switch. Okay, this one's a dial up. How the fuck do you figure out how to use the dial? What the fuck? What does this mean? Alright, I'm trying to push it to the right. It doesn't go to the right. So it was on, son of a bitch. On at 6. How do I move it left or right? How do I change that? This is about as useless as me. Alright, well, I can't even get the dial tone to work, huh? I wonder if the water fucking works. Probably not. I think this is somebody's grave. Why the fuck would they have that wall built up like that? And what is that supposed to be, a doggy door? What is this? Why? Deceased? Oh, there's so many fucking outlets. Go now? Yeah, is that what you said? Yeah, this is somebody's grave right here. That's somebody's grave right there. That don't work. There's another one. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Where the fuck Why do they have so many other fucking outlets in one spot? This would be our heaven. Where'd they go? Yet none on the right side here. Under the fence. No, we wanted to. Ah, fuck it. We can't find a fucking outlet. You want to go over there and scale a 10-foot fence? To see what's next door? Lightning 100. I'm sure they got one on the outside of that building. It's old enough. We gotta climb over that other fence. How do we get in that other fence? How do we get in that other fence or go around it?
Look.
I want to see what's over there.
I'm a bad bitch, nigga, pumping painkillers. Higher than a brain, nigga, you a lame, you ain't gang, so I can't hang with you. Touch my chain, brain, touch a nigga, brain, nigga. Got a pole on my hip, ain't no bite. I strike a nigga with this 30 like some light. I hit him for the night, I don't do no white. I put the nigga leader, yeah, I'm so tight. Real savage. I don't fuck with that bitch if she average. I got a pass to a bitch named Ashley. She like Candy, do you understand me? Brand new car, hop out the bitch. I saw my wrist out of my fatigue. Brand new chain, I saw my leg get a ton of the drink and I got ET. I'm up all night, I don't get rest. I'm catching these flights, chasing the chick. You better get wet, I don't want to see. Open your mouth and give me your neck. Give me your neck. Keep your pants on. Yeah, want that neck. Want that neck. Keep your pants on. Keep your pants on. I'm a slick, red type of nigga. You wanna fuck with me because my pants big. Pass me the blunt, I don't do the legal. Me your bitch will call me when I take a. I hope you don't try to take it. That nigga strap with army gun. You think I'm lying? I show you one. We up from the hip and we burn one. When I up, you better dip. It's your head, it's your head, it's your head, son. When I up, you better dip. It's your head, son. Yeah.
Are you still looking for a doorway on the left side? Are you looking for a doorway or an entrance? How'd you get lost?
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you set up. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Try to get my tail, get my baby 30 pounds. Off for me. Off for me, yeah. Off for me. Off for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid, like what you want, baby. You a push back for the love you, baby, eat you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a hand that I spend the wrong, that's it. Give me love, that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my way. Got 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got alcohol plus bad bitch, that's it. I swear, baby, it was just kids, that's it. How could I forget the shit that you done done for me? Baby, gonna take the fall from. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your part. Saw a little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you set up. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Try to get my tail, get my baby 30 pounds. dreams, hard to deal. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, like I'm into you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These bitches, I sun them like it's daylight. These niggas wanna know what it tastes like. What it tastes like, yo, what it tastes like, yo. They wanna know what it tastes like, yo. All this ice, it tastes like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you pop this for me? Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you set right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. So that hero tell, get my baby right
Self-control, indomitable spirit, perseverance, integrity, and courtesy.
Hear ye, a new lunchtime challenger has entered the fray. Introducing Babadias, folded crispy flatbreads filled with milky cheese, juicy meat, and tangy sauce for just $6. And behold, the newest member of the scrunchy court, the grilled buffalo chicken puppeteer with grilled chicken and zesty buffalo sauce that kicks like a jousting lance to the tongue.
Why can't I
for a mere $6? Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. For valid discounts, fees, and taxes extra, prices may vary.
James. 4.
Boy 50.
Taekwondo. Well, anything else of interest?
They were dancing all over my body. Started texting me, turned to a hobby. I see you, I just said I'm on it. I feel like it's I said my foot get up and you got my thing and I fuck up a party. Niggas that hate you don't wanna say something. My God, I just see them in a long time. That's the reason why I stay on my grind. That's the reason why I stay in my line. Baby, mom made a promise that we all gon' be fine. Whoa, nigga, I switch my flow. Yeah, bro, all of my niggas on go. So, niggas ain't getting to those. I see my niggas on close. I put a pin on my toes. This is a shame, and my goals getting bigger. Bringing all my niggas. Ooh,
I'm ready for another one. I don't think I slept again.
So they see that I'm working. In the rain, swings out in front of Jay. Money in the safe. I remember them days. Down in the cage. Calendar for the days. Can't see my whole face. Got set this on the cage. Maxed out to the day. They ain't cut me no bread. They ain't cut me no bread. They been they nation all over my body. Try to take me to a hot. I just be on me, I just hit the body. Living only now, I feel like a zombie. I'm with the gang and be done with you solid. I said my foot get up and yo got it. I said my dick and I fuck up a poison. Niggas that hate don't wanna see something. My God, I ain't seen them in a long time. That's the reason why I stay on my grind. That's the reason why I stay in my line. Made a promise that we all gon' be fine. Reason why I stay on my grind. I get dying, that's the reason why I stay in my line. Baby, mom made a promise that we all gon' be fine. Long, long, long time. Long, long, long time. Long, long, long time. Yo, yo, yo.
Good dog. How did he get over there?
I think I'm it. Sky is getting red, body getting cold, losing hella blood. Lord, please save my soul.
back paddle was can you climb up that? If not,
Yeah, I can climb up anything.
I figured that would be easy.
The back door. Yeah. I'll walk right up this one. Look it. There's a stepping stone everywhere. Yee! Alright, done it. Your turn, one-handed. One-handed. Just walk right up it. No need for no foolatry. Just walk right up it one-handed. Foolatry. Okay, you don't have to come all the way. I'll go get my shit. That's the one we didn't try. I doubt that works. If I can find the 1 out of 30 outlets that worked. After getting fucking air matches fucked off. Instead of wearing my boots like a dipshit. Why do you think you fucking bring your boots with you? Foolatry. Alright. Alright, boys, let's go. Bye-bye, 93rd dimension. Oh. Not gonna miss the desolate, non-working outlet succubus check-in. They would fucking hate this place if it was actually powered up. It's almost as good as the Smyrna Pavilion 92 that the succubus in. Huh. Ready? Si, senor. Well, not really. Not really. She'll be alive before she hits rock bottom. Oh dear. You guys, I'm not that bad.
I really don't like using my knife like that.
Where's your knife?
Over there at the trailer.
We can go back, I guess. I mean, though we should really be getting out and getting it. In the daylight.
Find yours.
I got mine, babe. You want it?
No, man, you need to hold on to yours too, man.
I don't need no fucking knife. I'm gonna fuck them up with my hands if I fuck them up. I'm not gonna use no knife.
Alright, well then, yeah, I'll
Knife's just for show. I'm not gonna use a deadly weapon.
Alright, well then I'll hold it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use that shit.
I don't kill people. I just hurt them. If necessary.
If anybody try to come at me or you, I'm gonna hurt.
Some people fight to kill. I don't fucking do that. I just restrain. You know, I don't have enough anger in me to fucking kill somebody.
Well, you should have restrained them.
I could if they were trying to kill me. I mean...
Make sure you restrain them from me then, because I got enough people trying to kill me.
Oh, me too. But, I mean, I can hold somebody down.
Alright?
Gotcha. Like I said, I'm equal as what you would fight in your match. Egyptian, Greek. So your battle buddy needs to be just as good as you are. So you're only as strong as your weakest point. So I'm your equal with potential. But you probably are older than me.
It's not about that. It's not about age. Experience.
I'm not as far behind as you think.
Experience.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a lot more in you.
You said you saved over 7,000 lives that one day?
Yeah, 7,149.
7,145?
49. Yeah, fact check it. Look me up on Facebook, man.
How'd you save them?
I save people doing different things. I save people from ODing. being there for people. Saving lives, bodyguarding, all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Me too.
Factual.
I think the most I've done was 5,000. 5.5
That's why it
in
is
one
really,
day.
it befuddles the mind, man, because I'm there for these motherfuckers, man. But yet they turn around and turn on me.
And betray you like confetti, yeah, but you'd fucking die
That's what
for
I'm
him.
saying. I don't do betrayal, man.
I don't
I
do
don't
betrayal
betray.
either.
You know?
Loyalty. Loyalty.
No, I'm not cut like
And free that nigga bitch cause he the hood hero. Don't gotta put no point, nigga. We know. And wherever that drama at, we go. We the neighborhood hero. We the neighborhood hero. The street shit, we don't apply to niggas with that tweet shit. Beef shit. Niggas said fuck me, he ain't mean that sweet shit. Promo call the body, they gon' read that defense. Clock to his face, he won't eat that. Stay me once and I'ma fall back. Niggas say my brother, but he snake me, what you call that? I cheated on my BM 3 times with my dog ass. She gave her number, I deleted, cause they all rats. Chirac, what up, police, don't call back up. Last nigga play with Dirk, he in the backwood. Chicago niggas play with PNB, but ain't no matchup. You know me like you know me where I'm from, I'm not a rapper. Murderer, scammer, murderer, I'm handsome. When I'm off the drugs, I swear I steady throw a tantrum. Angelo told me once before we want a man up. I can't say no, cause that's my son, I got an answer. I know a bitch you do whatever for some Valentino. With the killers going to BET inside of Vino. Man, my city was going crazy at the Prince Chino. And free that nigga bitch cause he the hood hero. Don't gotta prove no point, nigga. We know. And wherever that drama at, we go. We the neighborhood hero. We the neighborhood heroes. They say we won't get help unless Obama do it. Don't get shot in my areas, ain't no trauma units. If you a snake and they ain't do it, just know the ops will do it. They go and drill just the best time cause the ops are to it. I still sleep around those savages like I ain't rich. You talking to me about your homie, that's that fake shit. The city ain't never play my song, shut out the name fish. Just take that watch up off your arm before we take it. Yeah. The reason for your dead niggas bread when you hit that stage, you ain't share with us. Fuck the Instagram, this reality. I know a nigga talk straight cash and he ain't got a G. They had my mama using wick weeds in poverty. And I was tired of eating cakes, but you know I got it all line. Stop telling niggas you gon' rap all line. Stop telling niggas you gon' die. I know a bitch you do whatever for some Valentino. I'm with the killers going to BET inside of Vino. Man, my city was going crazy at the Prince Chino. And free that nigga
All
bitch.
things were made through him, and without him nothing was made
You're not reading it right.
that was made.
You're not
In him
reading it
was
right.
life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it.
That's not how you read it.
How do you read it?
A lot of people
There's a man sent from God.
reading
who
it
said,
backwards, man.
this man came for
It
a
starts in the
witness.
middle, then it goes to the back,
The
and
word
then goes to
becomes
the front.
flesh.
That's how you read it.
The law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one had seen God at any time. The only begotten Son. who
You
was
guys,
from God
any
from
of
the
your,
Father. Voice. Okay. Who are you that we may give an answer to those who sent us? What do you say about yourself? He said, I am the voice of the one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord. As the prophet Isaiah did. Now those who were sent from the Pharisees, and they asked him, saying, why then do you baptize if you are not the Christ, Elijah nor prophet? Before me the sandal strap. It is he who is coming after me is preferred before me, whose sandal strap I am not worthy to loose. What does that mean? It is he who, coming after me, is preferred before me. My successor should be my predecessor, whose sandal strap I am not worthy to loose. My successor should be my predecessor. Whose strap I'm not willing to loose. Whose strap I'm not. It is he of whom I said, After me comes a man who is preferred before me, for he was before me. I did not know him, but that he should be revealed to Israel. Therefore I came baptizing with water. Oh, this is about the baptism of the Holy Spirit. It is he who is coming after me, is preferred before me, whose sandal strap I am not worthy to loose. Whose obligation I'm not able to fucking take off of him? Or what does that mean? The sandal strap I'm not worthy to loose. I can't tell him to take off his shoes. Jesus is the one that comes after, but he should be the predecessor. Or something like that. Bethabara, beyond the Jordan. I did not know him, but he be revealed to Israel. There I came baptizing with water. Whom you see the Spirit descending and remain on him, that is he who baptized with the Holy Spirit. And John bore witness, saying, I saw the Spirit descending from heaven like a dove. Descending from heaven like a dove. He does say like a dove. So that's Zeus. And he remained upon him. I did not know him, but he who sent me to baptize with water said to me, who else was Zeus? Zeus was also who? On whom you see the Spirit descending and remaining on him, that this is he who baptizes with the Holy Spirit. I don't know, but when they say descending like a dove, that I know Zeus and dove, Zeus. And I have seen and testified that this is the Son of God. Again, the next day John stood and two of his disciples. So if Baal is this middle son of Yahweh, then where's Zeus at? Again, Ephraim is the first, and then so how many sons were there? 3? Again, the next day John stood with two of his disciples. Again, the two disciples heard him speak, and they followed Jesus and saying, I follow him. Well, who's betraying him? He said to them, come and see. They came and saw us. And one of the two heard John speak and followed him. And Andrew said unto Peter, we have found the Messiah. You shall be called Cephas, which is translated a stone. You are Simon, the son of Jonah. And he brought him to Jesus. Now when Jesus looked at him, he said, you are Simon, the son of Jonah. You should be called Cephas. Do you know who Cephas, the stone? You know who that is? He found Philip and said to him, follow me. Philip was from Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. We have found him of whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth. Then he said, remember, didn't he say, like, if you see the people from the outside say, go there, and you're not there, like, because I said to you, I saw him in the fig tree, do you believe? I see greater things than these. Most assuredly, I say to you, hereafter you shall go, you shall see heaven open, and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man. On the third day there was a wedding in the kingdom of God, even where Jesus was. The disciples were, woman, what does your concern have to do with me? My hour has not yet come. So we say, 23 gallons, draw some and the master of the feast called bridegroom. The master of the feast called the bridegroom. When the master of the feast had tasted, I want some. When the master of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, and did not know where it came from, but the servants who had drawn the wine knew. What did it say? We were at the wine vineyard of what? Switch?
Jimmy knew about it. He knew why, but he didn't tell him.
You got to talk about 5 people too, didn't you?
Huh? Yeah. See, Jimmy knew though.
And Jimmy was supposed to be your protection. And he was the only one that stood up for you, right?
No. I just met Jimmy.
How the fuck did you get this out of this pocket before?
The second pocket in there.
Like, man, which goddamn kind of motherfucking goddamn jacket is this? I did get it from him.
Question why Jimmy left, man, because Jimmy scared me, you little bitch.
Well, how the hell do I get my cigarettes out of this fucking pocket?
You got him in that second pocket.
I didn't know that there was two
In the
parts.
first part.
But it keeps getting dropped into the motherfucking... Jesus. I had my fucking cigarettes at the fucking time. Pissing me off. What the fuck kind of jacket is this anyway? Houdini jacket?
You can trade, actually. You look a lot better than this one.
Yeah, but you're black on black on black. Or are those blue jeans? Them are blue jeans, ain't they?
Levi.
You want to trade? Alright, I'm down with that. He might be a little upset when we come rolling up switching jackets like that, if that's where we're going.
Who'll be upset?
This is his jacket.
Who's jacket?
The one that I had to, between you and him, when y'all both said you wanted me for protection, and then fucking, I had to choose who to go with, and it was supposed to be a 20-minute mission.
Come on, Smiley.
Yeah, and he's fucking called me like 5 times already. Oh shit, this is lots heavier. And he was gonna fucking pay me, but I knew that we had something else previous. That our shit was gonna be intense, because of how intense it was last time. Where we needed the teamwork. We had to have the teamwork. I think his was just on a physical plane, you know what I'm saying?
You haven't even... Oh, the spiritual plane is actually right down the tracks there.
Spiritual plane, right down the tracks.
Yeah.
Which one?
That one.
What spiritual
My camp.
plane? Which spiritual
My other
plane?
camp. My dear, I've got 8 camps.
Well, you don't need that many.
I know, I'm downside.
Are you trying to have a, what'd you say he had? A nation? Did you say he had a
2.
nation? You said he was a what?
No, I've got 3 now.
Who's the kid that I scared off with the dog? That has no idea how to be anything other than a leader, because any sort of leader, because he was trying to assert himself over a dog.
Yep. OG.
He's got his own what?
That's my OG in the physical.
He's got his own nation?
Yeah. No, he's got his own nation.
I'm surprised he
He's
doesn't
part of the nation.
know how to assert dominance over a person instead of just a dog. He doesn't even know how to do a dog right. How the hell could he have his own nation?
He's part of a nation.
Why would they respect him?
Why would they respect him?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It wouldn't be fear, would it?
Mm-hmm.
Of what?
Any questions?
Well,
Because he is, I am just like him actually in a lot of ways.
is it about being a good leader?
It's really weird. Who, me?
No,
Or from him
you're
being a good
different,
leader?
and you're nothing like him. I didn't see anything good about that guy. I had something good in everybody. He wasn't trying to be anything good, though.
He's only good when it matters.
I mean, I don't know, he's not a bad guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just a normal person, but, like, he wasn't trying to be good.
Mm-mm.
He didn't care that...
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
He
No.
wasn't trying to get away from demons or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
He was drawing them in.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 5 of them surrounding you when I approached, and then they all formed into one big one, and they stood right in front of you when I approached.
You approached one of me?
Yeah, when you were standing with him.
Mm-hmm. He stood in front of you?
No, they stood in front of you. They formed, all 5 of them went together to form one big one and stand in front of you.
Really?
Yeah.
Something in it.
I just saw his face.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't know they could conjoin like that or whatever. Work together like a spirit.
Especially one person, right?
It wasn't even in. Who was it in? It was just around. I don't understand why it was around y'all. Like it was telling him what to do or something. And then he was just with you. I don't know whose demons they were. I don't guess they were yours. I think they were that guy's. They were telling him what to do. He was like a slave or some shit. What did they tell him to do with you?
Listen to me.
They were telling him to listen to you? Why were all the demons gathered around you guys when I approached? Sitting there telling you what to do.
No, not telling me what to do.
Telling him what to do. Was he holding you prisoner?
No. I was protecting him.
You were protecting him?
What did I tell you before?
Why'd we just leave him there then?
He walked off and left.
He walked off, we walked off. Simultaneously?
He walked off.
He didn't try very hard to come after us.
No. But he understands that. He thinks it was just about like pussy or some shit like that. No, it's not about that.
Let him think that. It's easier for
Smarty
you.
thinks the same thing.
Less explanation.
Smarty thinks the same thing.
Let him be simple-minded.
It's more to it than that.
Yeah, no shit. There's more to fucking life than sex.
Then
There's more than fucking drugs. There's more than fucking money. It's a spiritual thing. There's spiritual fucking warfare.
these are just slices.
There's, what'd you say your MO was again?
You listening?
I listened last time. You said it twice and I forgot already.
I'm not repeating it again.
I wasn't 100% there.
I'm not repeating it again.
Well, you should say it one more time.
I will when you start actually listening to me.
I don't remember what the fuck I was doing. It was so fucking important at the time, trying to get organized again.
And
I miss a lot.
giving me your all like I do.
I miss a lot. I'm not engaged. Focus.
Not yet.
Focus. No.
You will be.
Yeah, if you bring me to the brink of death again. I'm not fully collected until I have to be.
Listen,
I'm on cruise control, damn it. I don't know how many days I've been up, man.
how many days you been up?
I don't know. I don't get to take a smoke break, though. I can't sleep when I'm on the streets. And if I don't have somebody I can trust, I'll take shifts or some shit. Wake up and all my shit's gone.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna
Some
do.
weird motherfucker cuddling your ass, like,
This is what
the
we're gonna
fuck?
do. Okay?
like they wait till you're alone or like sleeping to fucking pounce on you. They be prowling around, they be trolling.
You mean like I didn't do.
What?
Like I didn't do, right?
You haven't seen me sleep yet.
We were alone though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you tried to fucking choke me. For whatever reason. Take it like a man.
I'm done with it. If that's all you got out of that, there's no point in explaining. Are you
No.
ready?
I think a part of you wanted to. You can't.
You have no idea.
You can't assert your dominance over me because you know I'm just as strong.
It's not even about that. I could if I wanted to, but it's
You might be able to beat me,
It's no point. It's not my
but
mission.
I think we're pretty much equal opposites from a different parallel universe there. I'm not sure which one. It starts with a Y. Which one is it? You're Osiris, so you know what I'm saying. I forget. I gotta look up what Osiris and Artemis did the first time. Wasn't he like some warrior giant or some shit? Something about giants and warriors. And I don't remember. Fuck it. I gotta read it again. I'm gonna get on to something else. Fucking retarded.
We're supposed to be going in charge of stuff.
I gotta like research some shit and figure out what's going on in this world age.
Well, we're supposed to be going to plug our stuff up now.
How far are we away from the outlet?
Um. About 2 blocks.
Damn it. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. I'm gonna get a pair of ice skates so I can skate off. Man, winter be a coming. Fucking birds in the sky, are you kidding me?
2 different ways that
Even they travel into Trinity. Well, we only need 2. I'm at 65 instead of 66. 929. What was I looking for? Let me just look up this, get an answer to this one thing. Osiris versus Osiris and Artemis.
there isn't anybody that can dominate.
They're just an Egyptian.
But
I'm the equivalent female, Greek.
the right one has to be able to make your mind up.
Artemis versus maxed Osiris. I said I will kick his butt. Dawn.
If you can make
Smite
your
Artemis
mind,
versus Osiris for crit items.
Yeah,
Veil of
cool.
Isis is often combined with a related motive in which nature is portrayed as a goddess with multiple breasts, Isis, Artemis, or a combination of both. What is this? Veil of Isis. The veil of Isis is a metaphor and an allegorical artistic motive in which nature is personified as a goddess Isis covered by a veil or mantle, representing the inaccessibility of nature's secrets. It is often combined with a related motive in which nature is portrayed as a goddess with multiple breasts who represents Isis, Artemis, or a combination of both. So now it's saying Io is Isis, is Artemis, is Dionysus. Is I am that I am. Isis as a veiled goddess of life with Say's inscription written in the French on her pedestal beneath her after Herbert Huber. The motive was based on a statue of Isis or on the goddess Neith, who was sometimes equated with her in the Egyptian city of Osiris, mentioned by Greco-Roman authors Plutarch and Proclus. I am all that has been and is and shall be, and no mortal has ever lifted my mantle. Illustrations of Isis with her veil being lifted were popular from the late 17th to the early 19th century, often as allegorical representations of enlightenment, science, and philosophy, uncovering nature's secrets. Authors at the end of the 18th century, foreshadowing the Romantic movement, began using the lifting of Isis's veil as a metaphor for revealing awe-inspiring truth. Helena Blavatsky in Isis Unveiled in 1877 used the metaphor for the spiritual truth that her theosophical belief system hoped to discover in modern ceremonial magic. Includes a ritual called the rending of the veil to bring the magician to a higher state of spiritual awareness. Huh?
What size boots are those?
Fucking 9, I think. The rending of the veil, bringing the magician to a higher state of spiritual awareness. Statute inscription: Isis and Artemis as nature. So we know we have fertility in common, along with Baal, the middle son of Yahweh. Science unveiling nature in the front, and Isis is and Osiris is Baal. Several other sources influence the motive of the veil. One was a tradition linked with nature and the goddess Artemis. European art has a long tradition of personifying nature in a motive figure. Starting in the 16th century, this motif was influenced by the iconography of the goddess Artemis of Ephesus, also known under the name of her Roman equivalent Diana. The Ephesian Artemis was depicted with round protuberances on her chest that may originally have been jewelry, but came to be interpreted as breasts. Isis was sometimes compared with Artemis, and the Roman writer Macrobius in the 4th century wrote, Isis is the earth or nature that is under the sun. That is why the goddess' entire body bristles with a multitude of breasts placed close to one another, as in the case of Artemis of Ephesus. So she's full of boobs, because all things are nourished by earth or by nature. Thus, the 16th century artist represented nature as Isis Artemis with multiple breasts. What the fuck? So I look like a fucking cow? Isis Artemis. That's the first I've heard those two things go together. So now we're doing the Egyptian fucking coalition of the Greek-Egyptian, Greco-Egyptian, Egyptian Greco, instead of Greco-Roman. Greco-Egyptian. What the fuck? Kind of Malamute is that? Mashup. Their second influence was the traditional nature. It goes back to the aphorism by the Greek philosopher Heraclitus. Hercules. In the late 16th or early 15th, translated nature's love to hide. Fairy Queen. Edmund Spencer's The Fairy Queen. I'd like to read that. In the 1590s, personified nature as a woman with a veil, though without a direct connection to Isis. Although Isis appears elsewhere in the work of several illustrators, the 1790 anonymous woman with a veil in the same way. Athanas scripture, Oedipus Aegypticus, Oedipus, Aegyptiacus, explicitly explained Isis's veil as an emblem of the secrets of nature. Many-breasted Isis Artemis figure with her veil being removed shows the personification of science removing the veil as an allegory for the way science uncovers nature's secrets. This metaphor was reused in the front pieces of many of the reminiscent of the old statue of Artemis at Ephesus. In some cases, the veiled figure is a statue reminiscent of the original statue of Artemis at Ephesus, while the others is a living woman. Sometimes elaborated metaphors, as in the front piece, The Philosophy of the Nature. Jean-Baptiste Claude Desilets. Nature unveils herself to a philosopher as she overthrows despotism and superstition. The unveiling of Isis' figure thus expressed the hope equivalent during the Age of Enlightenment. Is the Age of Enlightenment now? That philosophy and science would triumph over unreason to uncover nature's deepest truths. Beyond Enlightenment to the 19th century, an example of Louis unveiling herself before science. Nature unveiling herself before science, in which multiple breasts are omitted as the Isis figure wears a scarab on her gown that hints at her Egyptian background. Parting of the veil. Piercing of the veil, rending of the veil, or lifting of the veil refers in the Western mystery tradition as contemporary witchcraft to opening the veil of matter, thus gaining entry to a state of spiritual awareness in which the mysteries of nature are revealed. In ceremonial magic, the sign of rending of the veil is a symbolic gesture performed by the magician with the intention of creating such an opening. It is performed starting with the arms extended forwards and hands flat against each other, palm to palm or back to back, then spreading the hands apart with a rending motion until the arms point out to both sides of the body as in a T-shape. After the fucking, like the Isis Osiris cross. The twin flame cross. You know, the cross with the loops in it? What is it called? An ankh or something? What's it called? Ankh? A-N-K? Is that correct? After the working is complete, the magician will typically perform the corresponding sign of the closing of the veil, which has the same movements in reverse. I didn't know Isis and Artemis were the same motherfucking person. Nah, I think the Dionysus is the same too. Artemis versus Max Osiris instead of Greek and Egyptian religious parallels. However, since Osiris, not Anubis, rules the land of the dead, a more accurate. Did we see Anubis the other night, last night?
Maybe.
His Greek equivalent would be Selene or Artemis, as both are goddesses of the. Hang on. So I'm Osiris's equivalent. This is interesting. Hello, Osiris. You know, Horus, your son, tried to get me to be part of the Egyptian kingdom first. I had to deny it and make my own for King Shepherd David, who declined it.
Horus wasn't the right
or destroyed it.
wasn't the right dynasty.
Dynasty. Free will running amok.
Wasn't the right one.
I don't know if the Egyptians are really on our team now, but they seem to be, or something. Or like they're trying to
You're
convert.
not even sure what team you're on.
I know I'm on God's team, but like I didn't think the Egyptians were on God's team. I thought the reason I had to learn so much about them was because they were on the opposite team.
You don't even know what team you're on, man.
I'm on God's team.
And what team is that?
It might be Egyptians.
Are you sure?
The Egyptians might be on his team.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I sure got a lot. I'm dealing with a lot of Egyptians and a lot of Norse people. Lots of the Norse god. I know Odin's on my team.
Why does it have to be opposing
The
teams?
Norse god is with us. The Egyptian gods are basically with us. I've converted these. And I converted I'm converting everybody. Basically, I show them God's holy power. And then I convert them. Instead of a magician trick.
You can't convert anybody.
I mean, if you beat them and then they join the team, then that is converting, isn't it?
No.
They give me what they had to fight for last last world age. The last world age had it that had to be fought. Like Seth took Horus's eye. This incarnation, this world age, the motherfucking Horus just gave me his eye. He just gave it to you, handed it over. Nobody else was fighting. He'd fight me or hand it over.
There's the potential, man.
Huh?
The next person to see it.
So what? He shared his gift with me. He did the transference of energy gift and shared his gift with me.
You should have.
I don't know why he wanted to.
Because you're supposed to.
I was already kind of seeing out of that. I was already kind of seeing that shit before he gave me his eye. Huh?
You were supposed to. He didn't want to, but you were supposed to. It wasn't time yet, but he had to.
Hydra and Chimera. Hydra and Chimera. I saw there. I saw his kingdom in another dimension. I saw his big ass crown. He had a really big crown.
All of your shit is based on potential. In the right arms and the right person. Otherwise,
No, I mean, it was an offer I could have
it's a
taken.
huge ass gamble is what it was. But they all knew that though.
What's the ancient Egyptian bird called? He was the hawk head. Horus was the hawk head, wasn't he? I mean, the bird head or whatever. What's that one called? Which one's the dog head? Which one's that called? Is that Ra? No. Ra's the sun god. Who's the
You
dog?
figure your own head out first before you
Isis,
can decide
Osiris, Abaddon, Apollyon.
You
Isis,
cannot.
Osiris, Abaddon, Apollyon, the destroyer. the destroyer, the fifth trump,
You cannot decipher any of this
Abaddon,
stuff
Apollyon,
because
Abaddon, Apollyon, the destroyer, the fifth trump,
look on
Osiris, Horseface. That's you? Your Horseface?
no,
Horseface? Osiris?
no.
Who's Horseface? Abaddon, Apollyon, and the fifth trump. Who's Horseface?
I think
East of the gate of Mount Vesuvius on the biological lateral of Damascus.
before you can decipher anybody else,
Is where
you should start figuring
Osiris.
yourself out first.
Well, yeah. I'm getting there as we go.
No,
Well, you tell me who I am then.
because you're hard-headed and you don't listen.
Why don't you tell me who I am?
But it's fine, though. You will.
Tell me who I am.
That's where patience
Okay.
comes in.
Osiris rules the land of the dead. A
Okay.
more accurate Greek equivalent would be Selene or Artemis. Both are goddesses of the... Come on, man. Why can't I read this son of a bitch?
Because you don't know what you're reading.
Well, I gotta read everything about it.
You can't read everything about it because you don't know what you're reading.
Bullshit doesn't want to fucking... I know I'm supposed to read the Greek and Egyptian religious parallels, which is SAIC.edu. Osiris is often depicted with green or black skin, symbolic of lush vegetation or fertile soil, deposited by the Nile's annual food association with death, and 11 Egyptian gods and goddesses britannically. For example, the sun
Yeah, plug your batteries
or the
in.
underworld and form
You're
of
saying that
Osiris, one of Egypt's most important deities, was god of the underworld. So I'm saying, with the god of the underworld?
Hmm? What? What's your battery power?
Yeah, plug it up.
What battery power you got?
It was plugged up, wasn't it?
Is it plugged up?
Yeah. So why did the Ra, the sun god, contact us?
Why did he?
Why did he?
Because, you see, you have a lot of potential, okay? And you think that you are ready for a lot of stuff, but you are not.
I don't care. Throw me in. I'll survive.
No, you won't.
I'll survive.
You'll fight valiantly, but you won't. Not giving you
I mean, if you want to give me training, that's cool, but I'm used to not
It's
being
not if I
trained. I
want
get
to
thrown
give you
out.
training, that's cool. Do you think I've got nothing else to do?
I'm
then-
not gonna die.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I won't
Yeah,
die.
if I wanted to just do that.
I'm
Look,
not
man,
gonna die.
look.
Wisdom is being prepared for what you have not yet experienced.
Look.
I was here in the first world age. Chosen.
This is the thing about chosen people. It's still a matter of free will.
Gods rose
Because
and fell in
you
importance
can
and
be chosen,
evolved in ways
but
that
if you are not
corresponded to
awakened,
developments in Egyptian
It
society.
doesn't mean anything. It's all for naught.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
Okay, one of the most important deities of the gods of the underworld was Osiris. Osiris. God damn it, what? Probably first Egyptian hundreds of gods. Osiris. God of the underworld, but also symbolized death, resurrection, and the cycle of Nile floods that Egypt relied on for agricultural fertility. I know that you died and Isis resurrected you with her magic. According to the
Our
myth,
past lives, yes.
Osiris was a king of Egypt who was murdered and dismembered by his brother Seth. Seth was the first human's name. Seth was the first man. The name of the first man was Seth.
You're on the right track because to know one's
According-
future, you have to know one's past.
What did you say?
So,
It's a
You're
straight
on track.
line projected as forth from the
on that end.
past,
Right.
present,
At least
future,
you're like that,
straight
so
line.
that's good.
cast a shadow on it. Look at the history.
And you're a
Project
bit
the
of a
future.
nerd too, so that's awesome.
What?
That's a good thing.
According to the myth, Osiris was a king of Egypt who was murdered and dismembered by his brother Seth. His wife Isis reassembled his body and resurrected him, allowing them to conceive a son, the god Horus. He
You have to face your
was
fears first, though.
represented as a mummified king, wearing wrappings that left only the green
That's the
skin
only
of the
thing.
hands and face exposed.
Until you learn to do that.
Isis nursing Horus.
Hmm.
The origins of Isis are obscure. Unlike many gods, she can't be tied to a specific town, and there are no certain mentions of her in the earliest Egyptian literature. Over time, she grew in importance, though, eventually becoming the most important goddess in the pantheon. As the devoted wife who resurrected Osiris after his murder and raised their son, Horus, Isis embodied the traditional Egyptian virtues of a wife and mother. As the wife of the god of the underworld, Isis was also one of the main deities concerned with rites for the dead. Along with her sister Nephthys, Isis acted as the divine mourner, and her maternal care was often depicted as extending to the dead in the underworld. Isis was one of the last ancient Egyptian gods to be still worshipped. In the Greco-Roman period, she was identified with the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Now, why is it saying Aphrodite instead of what it said earlier? And her cult spread as far west as Great Britain and as far east as Afghanistan. It is believed that depictions of Isis with the infant Horus influenced Christian imagery of Mary with the infant Jesus. It did say, see, now it changed it to Aphrodite. Horus depicted as a falcon or as a man with a falcon's head, yeah. Horus was a sky god associated with war and hunting. He was also the embodiment of the divine kingship, and in some eras, the reigning king was considered to be a manifestation of Horus. According to the Osiris myth, Horus was the son of Isis, and Osiris magically conceived after the murder of Osiris by his brother Seth. Horus was raised to the revenge of his father's murder. One tradition holds that Horus lost his left eye fighting with Seth, but his eye was magically healed by the god Thoth, who put it back together in the sixth. I got a sixth, because the right and left eyes of Horus were associated. One was out of the owl and one was out of the eagle. One was day and one was night, respectively, with the sun and the moon. The loss and restoration of Horus's left eye gave a mythical explanation for the phases of the moon. I'm ruled by two moons. The wolf. Seth was the god of chaos. Krios was the god of chaos. He died in a tent next to me in King Shepherd David.
And where?
Behind Walmart. What was
one?
his real name? I forget what his human name was.
Which Walmart?
Evan. Old Fort. Seth was the god of chaos, violence, deserts, and storms. In the Osiris myth, he is the murderer of Osiris. In some versions of the myth, he tricks Osiris into laying down in a coffin and then seals it shut. He is the murderer of Osiris.
How
Seth's
many years have you been around?
Me?
Yeah.
At least 700.
But I mean, like, around this physical plane, like, been out here.
Oh, not even a year. Seth's appearance possesses a problem for Egyptian mythologists. He is often depicted as an animal.
Have you ever in Antioch?
Of an animal, yes. A little bit. But they can't figure...
You met somebody out there, didn't you?
You know the railroad train guy? That hurt his knee? The white hat guy? Do you know him? What are you thinking? What? What are you doing that for?
I'm pulling your cords up.
But they can't figure out what animal he's supposed to be. He usually has a long snout and long ears that are square to the tip. In his full animal form, he has a thin dog-like body and a straight tail with a tuft on him. Many scholars believe that no animal ever existed and that the Seth animal is some sort of mythical composite. Ka was the head of the triad of gods worshipped at Memphis. The other two members of the triad were Top's wife and the lion-headed goddess Sekhmet and the god Nephit. Taft's original association seems to have been the craftsmen and builders. The 4th dynasty architect. Scholars suggested the Greek word. So I'm still trying to figure out what happened with who is to Artemis. Who is Osiris? Who is Osiris to Artemis? What happened the first go round? Who is Osiris to Artemis?
What is it that you would want to know?
Because I know they had an interaction before. I can't remember if it was bad or good.
It's not bad.
Who was the child of Isis and Osiris? Who is the Greek god Osiris? The Greek god Osiris. He's Egyptian. He's not Greek. Who is the goddess and wife of Osiris? Who is Osiris? In ancient Greek mythology, Artemis was the goddess of wild animals and hunting. She was one of the 12 main gods believed to live on Mount Olympus.
No.
It takes too long to figure this shit out and then I forget.
Alright.
We're leaving. I'm always rushed. I gotta get an outlet. I got 15% and it's gonna take us 2 blocks.
Yes, I've been telling you this for
And then we'll get kicked out in 5 minutes, so.
I'm not gonna get kicked
Can we
out
go back
in-
to the outlet that we were at when the guy...
Yes, that's where we're going.
Okay. Alright, I'll migrate. God damn it. I never get to finish anything.
Because you're going around in circles, man.
No, because I can't get to the bottom of an answer quick enough because I gotta read
Why do
every
you
fucking
think?
thing. I gotta read every fucking word.
You're not reading the right
I'm not
material.
speed reading.
No, you're not reading the right material.
Yeah, it's not the Britannica. This is the kids' Britannica, even better. So summarize it for the children.
That's gonna be
So difficult to move me.
Hmm?
Yes.
To be able to what?
To move me.
To move you? No. To get you to pay attention?
Yes.
So you quit running around in circles? Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Get you to stop being a blockhead? Yeah.
Blockhead. What's a blockhead? Is that a stubborn person?
Watch Charlie Brown. Tell you everything you need to know.
I don't know what that is.
You never watch cartoons, Peanuts? You never watch Charlie Brown?
No.
You never watch cartoons?
No, I don't watch TV.
Growing up, you never watched Peanuts, Charlie Brown?
Not really.
Yeah, you have.
All I saw
Everybody's
was
seen
Snoopy laying on the top of the doghouse.
Okay, that's Peanuts. That's Charlie Brown.
Okay.
You try to kick the football and all that, Lucy like moved it. Yeah.
Did where?
It was a blockhead. That's what you're being, is a blockhead.
So you're gonna move my head like a football? Is that what you said? Stubborn? Stubborn much. Why do we have to move all the time?
We're going to charge up.
What are the goals that we want to accomplish by the end of the day?
First, we're going to charge their phones up. Is what
Action.
we're going to do.
Action.
Is what we've been trying to do for an hour and a half.
Do we need this flammable liquid?
No, it was here when we got here.
Why do they need it? Saran wrap?
It was not for us. Don't answer that question. You asked too many questions.
That's better than not asking enough.
You asked the right questions.
Alright, let's bust a block. I hear it. It's coming. Bust it. Alright, come on, baby. Run it. Oh, fuck. As soon as we came out, they went away. Let's jump together.
No, we can go the other way.
No, let's go this way.
I'll set up both arms.
Here, which arm's not broken?
On my way.
I'll hold you up by your back snack. Let me use your shoulder when you get stable. Oh, God. Okay. Blue 42, hut. Ready? Set. Let's go together. Are we coming together? Ay! Graceful. That was graceful. I love my butt. It keeps me up. Slide down like a child. Oh, I gotta go get Smiley his 7 of hearts back. Saw the king of clubs the other day. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna use this as my weapon of the day. I don't know what it is. Brass knuckles. Brass knuckles. That funky monkey. Brass monkey junkie. Where's my Skelfie stick? Why do it take hours to get anywhere?
I'm gonna get my jacket.
Where is your jacket? Oh, you left that jacket there. No, we just switched, didn't we? Where's the jacket I gave you, hon?
Oh, okay.
Where's the jacket I gave you?
In my backpack. So it doesn't belong to me, so I'm wrapping it up.
You sure you put it in there?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit. Okay. Doop, de loot. Brass knuckles. I guess. What you fucking want? Blue 42, hit that. Momentarily hold this so I can adjust. I know a lot of work. I said I know I'm a lot of work. Oh, fuckery. Oh, dear. Like, let's just go recycle all the fucking metal that we find on the railroad track, you know? These boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over. Let's get to walking, boys. There's a drop off there. We're splitting. Gotta check for an outlet. Nope. Is this one? Nope, not the right kind. Is there one over here? You know, you'd think that you would find a whole lot more than there really is, but... When I become mayor of the city and drive a blacked out Range Rover like that, I'm going to put an outlet every 10 foot like a Waffle House.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, I guess.
Yes. Electricity is a renewable resource. And it should be free.
Supposed to be. Supposed to be.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Is there an outlet up there if we climb to the top of that bridge?
Probably.
You think so? Let's scale the wall then. I would go up that and jump down. I don't see it as accessible.
In the kitchen whipping magic. I got dreams of living lavish. In the kitchen whipping magic. Bad bitches, bad habits. We got London on the track. I ain't asked now nigga for nothing. I took the hard away. 12 put me over coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Hard away. Hard away. Hard away. Jumping it hard away. Jumping it hard away. In the skills whipping magic. Bad bitches, bad habits. That money gotta have it. I used to dream of living lavish. Now nigga living lavish. My phone with the see what's fast. If I ain't eating, then I'm fasting. Ready for about a blue jerk to see if I can fit it. And then one of the one of my bitches. I said it's about a bitch. For real, that's what I did. Fuck up the next thing about a bitch. Me and my kid. I took the hard away. Didn't know how to say a crack. I was giving it hard away. Fuck up, I hit the ball and play. That shit took my heart away. But I been through hard today. Fuck that. I was just in New York in the home. Looking for stars. I ain't asked now nigga for nothing. I took the hard away. Well, put me over coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Falling liquor for my nigga that gone. Thug holiday. Jumping it hard away. Hard away. I ain't asked now nigga for nothing. I took the hard away. Well, put me over coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Hard away. Hard away. Hard away. Jumping it hard away. I'm the one I ain't penny. I used to shot Jackson Penny. Now I go fuck up in Lenny. Spend a few hundreds on Penny. Ever since I come from Human, since elementary, all I wanted was me. I used to step from my grandmama change. Just to bless on them to be the bitches up in them. I be out at the street like, these niggas in my street like. My block was hot before the wine was on, so I ain't even keep my baby G-night. For titty, but had time to two-chain. Had a duffel bag with a few things. Before I rolled with Gucci in the Moussain. Ran with ghost face killers, Wu-Tang, yeah. I took the hard away. Didn't know how to say a crack, I was giving that hard away. So fucked up, I had the ball play. That shit took my heart away. But I been through hard today. Fuck that, I was just on this road with the heart. Fuck this hard away. I ain't asked now nigga for nothing. I took the hard away. 12 put me over coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Pouring liquor for my nigga that gone. Thug holiday. Jumping it hard away. Hard away. I ain't asked now nigga for nothing. I took the hard away. 12 put me over coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Hard away. Hard away. Hard away. Jumping it hard away. I took the hard away. Put me over coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Pouring liquor for my nigga that gone. Thug holiday. Jumping it hard away. Hard away. I ain't asked now nigga for nothing. I took the hard away. 12 put me over coming with the dope. They took my heart away. Hard away. Hard away. Hard away. Jumping it hard away.
Didn't see Raw there though. What is that about? Like this guy don't even speak our language. First thing he does is point up to the sun.
Trauma man. Hold on.
And say G,
Trauma man. Money tone.
G.
Money tone. I get that check and I stack it. My money blue like it's criminal. Say you were breaking, I'm dipping. Way that shit up in the updated kitchen. Fuck that little bitch on the island inside of the kitchen. I ride with dead people, I'm superstitious. She give me head on the knee, she religious. No one I throw, but I ran on the digit by using my digit. They wanna fuck with they kill like I'm Billy. They wanna fuck with they kill like I'm Cyrene. Need to move around, you not hide me. You not bad that light, don't you lie to me. Just like a horse, she gon' ride me. DC a secret society. Draco for niggas who trying me. Draco for niggas who trying me. I buy a house, then started growing it. Little mama throwing it. I pull forward it. I'm going slow and living for now. We live for the moment. She say when I touch it, she wet as an ocean. I crack the seal on some purple. Play with the boss and get demoted. Fuck with the boss and get promoted. We just some hooligans. Some savages who live in lavish. No, I'm not average. How you gon' win if you never stack? How you gon' win if you always lose? He tried to rob me, I had to shoot him. DC the army and we recruiting. DC the army and we recruiting. DC the army, we might recruit you. You won't believe it. Every week I got out of Phoenix, then I repeat it. I told my nigga hold the pen. Then he reminded me, I told him keep it. He told me take it back, boy, I don't need it. Why would you try me out like I'm naive? We both BC, so we eat the same. This shit ain't more than letters on the chain. I get this check and I stack it. My money blue like it's criminal. Say you were breaking, I'm dipping. Way that shit up in the updated kitchen. Fuck that little bitch on the island inside of the kitchen. I ride with dead people, I'm superstitious. She give me head on the knee, she religious. No one I throw, but I ran on the digit by using my digit. They wanna fuck with they kill like I'm Billy. They wanna fuck with they kill like I'm Cyrene. Need to move around, you not hide me. You not bad that light, don't you lie to me. Just like a horse, she gon' ride me. You see a secret society. Draco for niggas who trying me. Draco for niggas who trying me. Look what I did. They wanna fuck with the kid. That's just the way that I live. That's just the way that I operate. You can get shot or cooperate. Run out that bag, fill up a duff. Fuck all these niggas. No, I can't trust them. We just be hustling. I live a life of a G. He run off with a bag, then I'm a bust. Money man Chapo, I trap in the gutter. Money man Chapo, I knock off your brother. Chop up a brick in the gourmet kitchen. Just hit a dime in the gourmet kitchen. I am a boss, look how I'm living. Every strap on me clip got inches. Every strap on me got extensions. No, I'm not through, but I ran on them digits. I call a bro, he sending the shipment. I'm a little mama, bounce like the dentist. I had to flood that black circle pendant. I'm selling packs just to feed my dependents. Fuck her so good, I might break her appendix. You see the circle, I spirits is kindred. You see the circle, I spirits is kindred. I get this check and I dagger. My money blue like it's criminal. Say you were breaking, I'm dipping. Way that shit up in the updated kitchen. Fuck that little bitch on the island inside of the kitchen. I ride with dead people, I'm superstitious. She give me head on the knee, she religious. No one to throw, but I ran on the digit by using my digit. They wanna fuck with they kill like I'm Billy. They wanna fuck with they kill like I'm Cyrene. Need to move around, you not hide me. You not bad that light, don't you lie to me. Just like a horse, she gon' ride me. We see a secret society. Draco for niggas who trying me. Draco for niggas who trying me. Got the drive, can't deny, can't pass on it. I'm like, fuck it, I might cuff it, then brag on it. Fuck Lennox, we had Phillips, I blew a bag on it. She rockin' Chanel, she doing it. Her and her nails, she doing it. She get what she want, cause she doing it. She always on point, she doing it. On car, on house, she doing it. Her credit high, she doing it. She can fuck all night, she doing it. She earned her stripes, she doing it. Fuck me like you supposed to, I'ma go for something better. She just wanna eat it off the bone and I'ma let her know. She want me to whip it out so she can bend it up. She want me to fuck her like I own her and a choker. Shaking that ass, I like how she doing it. I like she getting, I like how she moves. She do what she wants, she breaking the rules. She breaking the rules, stay with us approved. Yeah, her back Chanel, she rockin' for leads. Her nails is always on fire. Shot at the type to fuck you the chick. Clean up the house and come to eat. I like you fit, I'm coming like Joe. She pop pills, but she don't like smoking. Taking pictures with her ass, I pose and shake it. Put that ass in my she do it good. She smart, but she from the hood. She get money, that's understood. Like a nigga that lay the wood. Damn, she got ass on. Got the drive, can't deny, I can't pass on. I'm like, fuck it, I might cuff it, then brag on it. Fuck Lennox, we had Phillips, I blew a bag on it. She rockin' Chanel, she doing it. Her and her nails, she doing it. She get what she want, cause she doing it. She always on point, she doing it. On that car, on house, she doing it. Her credit high, she doing it. She can fuck all night, she doing it. She earned her stripes, she doing it. She might get on my ones if I tell her. I fell in love with I'm in beat live, I can't deny it. If she bad, I'ma hit her. She say I'm proud of the plug. I woke me a juice, got a milk. I said I was straight, but the ass on make a nigga reconsider. Yeah, damn, shot, she a boss, bitch, she ain't no run. Might fuck up a check on the check on the. I'm gripping a nigga on the nigga on the. She fucking on me like she care about me. She say she don't give it to everybody. She got gold, she pursuing it. Naming it, I bet she doing it. I'm throwing up cash and she picking up. I'm loving this moment, no ruin it. She got ass on me. Got to try, can't deny. I can't pass on me. I'm like, fuck it, I might cuff it. Then brag on me. Fuck Lenny, we had flips, I blew a bag on me. She rockin' Chanel, she doing it. With her and her nails, she doing it. She get what she want, cause she doing it. She always on point, she doing it. On that car, on house, she doing it. Her credit high, she doing it. She can fuck all night, she doing it. She earned her stripes, she doing it. Life of the I gave my house to the city, now I'm feeling like the game on me. 100 young niggas looking up to me for a while, then I feel like everything on me. Lost some niggas to the streets, saying the same game, niggas green dot, niggas waiting on me. My mama lost a car, daddy need a house, I ain't seen the keys for the present weighing on me. I've been from my whole life until I get a bag, and I ain't no sleep. I've been drunk 7 days, this shit ain't for the week. Better vest all in my eyes, and the shit hurt me. Only the stars survive, I'm hurting.
Why did he just zap the fucking outlet? God damn it. Motherfucker. This is the last good fucking outlet in the goddamn city.
All the
I
shit I
don't
do
know
is
what's
on a
wrong with
daily
this fucking
basis.
outlet.
Can't run from a nigga, gotta face it. Home run, you the touch and auto bases.
I understand
I
you're
got
blah
dealers with
blah
some
blah
$1 million
blah
cases.
blah blah
Mama lost
fucking
a job, I
outlet.
told her hit vacation. I'm still home and sleeping in and out of base. I'm still trying to figure out how to feed my baby. I told my niggas don't give up on me, I place it. And that's a whole lot of niggas I got way. They got to favor me and hoping that I'm back. That's why my nigga got the sky and I pray. That's why my nigga got the sky and I pray. I say, Lord, please give me guidance and strength to handle all you put on my shoulders. Please God is light in my vision so I can see shit. I'm running in my house in the city, now I'm feeling like the game on me. 100 young niggas looking up to me for a while, then I feel like everything on me. Got some niggas to the streets, saying the same game, niggas green dot, niggas waiting on me. I'm off the top, daddy need a house, I ain't seen the keys for the present weighing on me. I've been from my whole life until I get a bag, and I ain't no sleep. I've been drunk 7 days, this shit ain't for the week. Better vest all in my eyes, and the shit hurt me. Only the strong survive, I'm hurting.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. Oh, please. I can't believe I called you this fucking outlet. What the fuck?
smoke the bowl. Young boy screaming murder, killers in my circle. Bitch, I'm out that now straight out the gutter like some turtle. I know that gang, you heard of BGE, them be my brothers. I can't talk that chopper stutter down like you did his fuck you. I got some killers with me straight up out that main frame. And all my fed babies with me hollering gang gang. And every OG with me smoke on dope and sell cane. And we got freestyle in the label, that's the same thing. I got that burner on me now, yeah. Whole lot of money on me now, right now. Diamonds dancing on me now, yeah. Look at them, some gold nigga on ride, yeah. Every diamond on me wet. Girl, he got him on his chain. I'ma die by my respect. I got my foot on niggas' neck. These niggas know we ain't acting. You get out your body, you know we gon' stab you. You see I put up with them shooters, you go into a movie, you know we gon' bab you. A whole lot of money on me, and all these diamonds dance. I'm a street nigga, I'm standing up, that bitch, you know I'm fast. NBA and BGE, we on the same thing. Show you won't beef, I drop a check down on your main. I got some killers with me straight up out that main. Don't know cheeky, but all my niggas hollering bang bang. I'm hopping straight out of the shell. Katie ain't BG, they catching the cell. Ain't copping no juice, I ain't throwing my hand. Say you won't beef when we bringing them here. These niggas hate like they retarded. Guess these niggas crazy. I want all my babies, split the face, I'm not gonna let them take it. No cheap bag, I won't pin on all my faces. Ain't no dope or beat. I spit that flame, I spit that cage. Roll that kush, I keep it blazing. Hit the stage, crowd rage. Niggas pissed off cause I made it. 2, 3 chains on me, that slavery. I got that burner on me now, yeah. Right now. Whole lot of money on me now, right now. Diamonds dancing on me now, yeah. Look at them, some gold nigga on ride, yeah. Every diamond on me wet. Girl, he got him on his chain. I'ma die by my respect. I got my foot on niggas' neck.
$45 minutes later. What did you just do with that one? You have to touch every outlet. There's one over there too. You want me to plug your shit up?
See, if you plug anything else up over there, my blow
It's gonna be just fine. Let me see your phone.
Dude, let me see a cord, man.
You got a cord. I don't have any more
The cord
cords.
strip. Swap out with.
Man, I don't have any more cords.
Nah, you straight down.
What's wrong with your light up cord? Just let me see if it works. I gave you a little cord already. Didn't I?
Yeah, that's it.
What's wrong with your cord?
It's right. It's right.
Yeah, let me plug it in.
I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
I don't blow breakers like you do. Why would you question to not trust me? If I was gonna break your device. Holy shit, dude. What is that? Like heroin? Look at that. Look at this shit. Why is that just sitting there like that? Like somebody clearly
It's
lost.
not, no, that's not gonna charge up like that, man.
Let's see if it is.
Just unplug it. It's not the only outlet. There's like 4 pillows over
Is it not
there.
in there?
It don't work like that.
Okay, here. Do you just need a wall thing that plugs up to a wall? Here. There you go. Let me know if it doesn't work. I'll trade you cords. Here, go plug it into one of those. My shit works like that.
Yeah, no, this is different.
I mean, I usually have a 6-port and a
Different
fucking
kind of
4-port.
phone.
I fucking never get to use my fucking 6.
Yeah,
What is?
phone.
Your phone?
Certain types of plugs only work.
I gotta switch
Certain
mine out.
types
I
of
gotta rotate.
outlets.
Yeah, it's a succubus. I gotta rotate my shit all the time. Guardians of History. Okay, back to what the fuck I was reading earlier. And through analysis of Herodotus, equations of all Greek and Egyptian gods cannot be completed here. Herodotus often fails to provide enough evidence of associations between Greek archaic and classical periods, Egyptian state and Persian periods. Theban Zeus, one of the most frequently mentioned deities in Herodotus' account of Egypt, the Theban Zeus. Herodotus makes it abundantly clear that Zeus is known as Amen among the Egyptians. So that is his brother. Amen is Osiris' brother, isn't it? Among the Egyptians. Okay, Herodotus makes it abundantly clear that Zeus is also known as Amen among the Egyptians. He relates a myth that he heard from the Egyptian and Thebes, the cult center of the ram-headed god Amun, where Heracles attempts to persuade Zeus to reveal his true form to him. And Zeus resists and devises a means by which to get around the issue. Zeus skins a ram and cuts off his head. Before him, covering himself in fleece, he showed himself to Heracles. The story explains why Egyptians represent Zeus with a ram's head and practice such as the Ammonians, who are a joint colony of the Egyptians and Ethiopians. So far as I can see, the Ammonians took their name tune from circumstance where Amun is the Egyptian name for Zeus. Two phrases from the above passage might help us discern how Herodotus conceived the relationship between Egyptian and Greek gods. Herodotus explains why the Egyptians represent Zeus with a ram's head. He does not assert that the Egyptians represent their Zeus or their chief god with a ram's head, but specifically equates Zeus with the ram head god of Thebes, Amun. Thebes. Furthermore, Herodotus actually claims that Amun is the Egyptian name for Zeus. Again, we find a direct equivalency between the identities of Zeus and Amun rather than mere similarity. Clearly, Zeus and Amun have numerous variances within the context of Leviticus. Two deities were considered to be one with different names. Knowledge is Zeus and Amun of Greeks and Egyptians. Herodotus makes no effort to defend himself when identifying an Egyptian god by a Greek name. Just as he rarely provides any evidence to suggest a possible reason for equating foreign and Greek gods. He seems to take their equation for granted and assumes the audience is fully comfortable with this, as I notes the Greek gods and foreign gods in Herodotus seems to assume that there can be no doubt about the identity and that his readers will be conscious of anything peculiar. Asserts that here the direct equation of the Egyptian name with the Greek name is stated. There is nothing systematic about it, or true that Herodotus offers any clues as to why he equates particular Egyptian with Greek divinities. Draw a few conclusions about the methodology beneath the surface text, rituals, blah 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 blah. Okay. He does not specifically equate. No. The statues of Isis show a female figure with cow horns, like the Greek representations of Io. He does not specifically equate Io with Isis in this passage or anywhere else in the text. Io with Isis in this passage or anywhere else. But perhaps he is drawing on his knowledge of Io's legendary adventures as his motive for positioning the similarity between her and Isis images. According to the Greek myth, Io came to be revered in Egypt as Isis. Herodotus places his efforts simply on affirming similar bovine representational characteristic of the goddess. The specific value of this passage is that Herodotus demonstrates the possible methodology in associating Egyptian deities with those of Greek. An association equation is made here based on similar anthropomorphic appearance of the deity behind or goddess Isis and heroine Io. Upon close inspection of the symbolism and legends, the two figures were greater iconographic and mythic element which appears in the tradition of Io appears. Oh, how convenient. Tradition of Io 13 appears to have been the motive for their equation among the Greeks. Adoption of pantheon and theology. Hence, that the equation of Io and Isis as bodily asserts Zeus and Ammon to be one and the same, can likewise be said for the remainder of the Egyptian and Greek deities, suggest about the nature of pantheos and religio-cultural differences, the universality of the gods, worship the same divine being under different names through different rituals, rites, and symbols, or does Greeks and Egyptians in particular share common deities as a result of cultural groups? Herodotus. Why is this not? Unity to hammer down its belief that adoption. Names of all gods from Egypt seems most likely gods have been known. And it seems most likely it was from Egypt, for the names of the gods have been known in Egypt from the beginning of time, with the option, as I have already said, of Dawn and the Dioscuri, and also the Hestia, Themis, and Graces, and Herodians have the authority of the type. Egyptians themselves, Nereids. I have the authority of the Egyptians themselves for this. The Herodot asserts the probability that the names of nearly all the gods came to Greece from Egypt is not surprising, since the Greek tradition held Egypt to be one of the oldest civilizations, often ascribes to them the origin of many cultural and technical elements. They also told me that the Egyptians first brought into use the names of the 12 gods, which the Greeks took over from them and were the first to assign altars and images and temples to the gods and to carve figures in stone. Cephas. Herodotus frequently mentions that the Greeks adopted the names of the gods from Egypt. What's up? What? What?
Hey,
What?
you alright?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah?
Checking on you.
Well, don't check so soon. I would like to smoke a cigarette.
You want to drink coffee?
You got some coffee? Figured I still couldn't get a drink.
I'm trying to get us some damn breakfast and shit.
Yeah, I'm still in the negative, so I can't really get any food or drink or anything I need, so I guess it's just another day.
Alright, so I'm gonna get us some breakfast.
Alright, that'd be cool. I'd appreciate it.
Let's see. What is over here besides fucking Starbucks?
Anything's good.
What time is it?
Fucking 10:34.
10:34?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. Right?
Poseidon and Dioscuri. So these gods not received amongst the rest? To know the name seems to be synonymous with knowing and accepting the identity. They cannot be the Greeks and Egyptians
Alright.
alone who revere the same gods for according to them.
Yeah, I mean Smiley, I gotta get my set from him, right? After that,
Egyptian,
I'm
Ethiopian
thinking
people also revere
we
Theban Zeus.
I'm thinking we go back to the trailer, man. You get you some fucking rest.
Amen, A-M-U-N, is the same as A-M-E-N, is the same as a man.
What you think?
A man.
Some rest? Yeah?
Amen
And
is
then
the
I'll watch
name
over
for
you while you
Zeus.
sleeping all day. And then when you wake
Amen
up, we'll go from there.
is also the name for the first man, which was Seth, isn't it? So Zeus is Seth, is it?
Sound like a plan?
Your brother. I don't fucking know, man. I'm confused. Could be.
Sound like a plan?
Oh, that sounds good to me. Traditional believes the Greeks incorporated the religious traditions of other foreign cultures have already seen Herod's claims that the non-Egyptian from the beginning of time. I've already said of Poseidon, Tuskir, Nosa, Hera, Hestia, Themis, and Greece. Named by the Pelagians, with the exception of Poseidon, whom they learned from the Libyans. The universality of the gods is recognized equally culture group. Existence of certain deities is the Egyptian Shiva, Poseidon, and Dioscuri. Greeks only as natural forces. Revered gods recognized by the Greeks only as natural forces. The Persians, for example, worship the sun, moon, and earth, fire, water, and winds, which are their only original deities. Nevertheless, there seems to be that all gods recognized by the Greeks were originally recognized elsewhere. Imported the conception of these deities, for even Athena, patron goddess of Athens, is identified with the goddess Neith, patroness of the Sate, administrative capital of Sais in the Egyptian Delta. They all stemmed from the Egyptians. Osiris and Dionysus. One of the more curious associations of an Egyptian god with a Greek god found in Herodotus is that of Osiris and Dionysus, and would possess the Greeks to identify the Egyptian god of the dead and afterlife with their god of wine, intoxicated reverie, and fertility. See, Dionysus, god of fertility, Greek god of fertility, Artemis. So what are you fucking saying there? As is to be expected, as if we weren't just in the vineyard, as is to be expected, there's little that might suggest a possible motive for their association. One correlation between the two gods is a common domain over fertility. Dionysus was the god of wine and also the vine, the plant from which wine was produced, incorporating this domain over wine and intoxicating the Dionysus also presided over mystic rites of ecstasy and unchecked. In addition to death and the afterlife, another sphere over which Osiris has divine influence is agrarian fertility. This aspect of his cult is likely connected to its ancient origin as a chthonic agricultural deity, seeing the growth of crops and perhaps affiliated with the inundation of the Nile Valley with its rich black alluvium soil. Osiris is often depicted with green or black skin, symbolic of blessing, fertile soil, positive in the Nile's annual flood. About the cult's breaking. Funerary or fertility aspects of Osiris blended together perfectly in the so-called Osiris bed found in only a few Egyptian in the New Kingdom. A wooden frame formed in the shape of Osiris is among the wrappings with the royal crown was filled with the alluvial silt and sown with seeds of barley. The growth of the seeds from the figure of the deceased symbols resurrection. The growth of the seeds from the figure of the deceased, symbolizes the resurrection of Osiris and closely ties in the agrarian. Oh shit, agrarian fertility aspect of his early cult, despite the initial seemingly unrelated natures of Dionysus and Osiris, a similar fertility aspect may have induced the Greeks to identify these deities as one. A closer examination of the myth and cults of Osiris and Dionysus reveal a number of additional similarities. Both gods, for instance, possess similar myths of double birth. Dionysus was the child of Zeus and his mortal mistress, Semele. While carrying the unborn Dionysus, Semele desired to see the full majesty of her beloved Zeus, but upon seeing the brilliance of the lightning surrounding Zeus, she burned up. Zeus plucked forth the premature Dionysus from Selene's womb and stitched the infant into his thigh. Zeus carried Dionysus in his thigh, term which point the twice-born infant god was born, emerging from a womb a second time. The twice aspect of Osiris is found in his resurrection from the magics of his wife and sister Isis after the betrayal and murder from his brother Set, S-E-T. It's Seth. It's Seth, and Amun is Seth. Amen, Amen. Amun is Seth. Seth is Zeus. Zeus and Seth is Osiris' brother. Seeking the throne of Egypt for himself, the wicked Set tricked Osiris at a banquet to lie in a beautifully adorned chest. Set and his conspirators nailed Osiris in the chest, poured boiling lead over it, and set it adrift on the Nile. Isis searched through Egypt for the chest containing Osiris and found it in the trunk of a tree. Opened the chest and mourned over the body of her husband. She soon hid the chest and left the longing of her son Horus richly adorned chest toward the body of Osiris in numerous pieces. Scattered the parts throughout Egypt. Upon hearing this, Isis traveled through Egypt, collecting and resembling her husband. All but Phallus was consumed by the fish of the Nile. So Isis formed an artificial phallus out of Nile mud. What's a phallus? In the form of a kite bird. Isis then mated with the deceased Osiris and conceived the god Horus. Horus overthrew Set and became the godhead of Egypt, while Osiris moved on to become the ruler of the underworld. The resurrection myth of Osiris clearly demonstrates the origin and significance of phallic imagery in the cult of Osiris, symbolic of the resurrection of Osiris' role as the fertility deity. The phallus makes appearances in votive offerings. You need to borrow my phone? Festivals and yeah, you need to borrow my phone? Then a rare exception to self-imposed resurrection from the surrounding myths and rituals of the Egyptian religion offers a detailed festival, cultivated possessions of two gods. What do you need, my phone? Attention to phallic and sexual imagery. Herodotus briefly explains that Egyptian practice of sacrificing a hog on the eve of the festival of Osiris. He goes on to state the otherwise Egyptian methods of celebrating the festival of Dionysus is much the same as the Greek, except the Egyptians have no choric dance. What are you asking? About 18 inches high. What? By strangers, the women carry them around the village's flutes, lead the procession. The women and they follow sacrifice. Religious legend accounts as what?
Can you call him from your phone?
Yeah. Amethan knew all about the ceremony, for it was he who introduced the name of Dionysus to Greece, rather the sacrifice of the phallic procession. What's phallic imagery? So Seth is your brother. Amen. Amen is your brother Seth. The first, yeah. Dionysus and Osiris is that they both share similar dismemberment and resurrection myth. Egyptian account of the betrayal and murder of Osiris at the hands of his jealous brother Set. They call him Set, but it's Seth. who angrily dismembers his body and scatters the parts throughout Egypt. Isis then reassembles Osiris, saving the missing phallus, which she fashions out of the Nile mud, thereby restoring him to wholeness and resurrecting him as an undead god of the underworld. We find that's why I saw your face was half dead. Him as the undead god of the underworld. We find its mythical parallel among the secret Orphic mystery cult of chthonic Dionysus, especially later compiling called the Rhapsodies. Cosmogony. Zeus rapes his mother, Rhea, Demeter, and Ceres Persephone, who he rapes in turn in the form of a serpent, and sires Dionysus to a child Dionysus. Zeus then bequeaths the rule of the world and places him on the throne. Hera sends the Titans to distract the child with toys, the most beguiling of which he finds to be a mirror. As Dionysus gazes at his image in the mirror, the Titans attack him, dragging him from the throne and cutting him up into numerous pieces, which they then prepare and consume in an antithetical sacrificial manner. As the Titans consume the body of Dionysus, save the heart, which is hidden and spared, Zeus hurls a thunderbolt to destroy the murderers. Rises the race of a man from the collective remnants of Dionysus, the god is resembled and reborn. From the charred remains rises a race of man. The Egyptian and Greek dismemberment has both involved the defilement of the deity's physical being and divine sanctity and an eventual resurrection. Just as Osiris first experiences death, dismemberment, mummification, and resurrection as a form of sacrificial transformation to become the god of the afterlife, the dismemberment and preparation of Dionysus strongly mirrors normal sacrificial tradition. Similarly, both cultic traditions offer an anthropogenic account. If the Dionysus myth from the charred flesh of the Titans further evocative of the burying of a sacrifice springs forth mankind, Egyptian tradition of Osiris, the Middle Kingdom, coffin text, a series of spells for the afterlife written on the deceased coffin, contains passages equating resurrection of the deceased with the sprouting of barley from the body of Osiris, while not indicating a direct and original creation of mankind from the body of Osiris. Association suggests an anthropogenic and regenerative quality to the fertility and resurrection aspect of Osiris. The slain body of Osiris rises a newly reborn Egyptian deceased. Myth of dismemberment and resurrection of the Dionysus finds the impetus for its origin in Greek tradition or later as a result of already established parallel to Osiris must be considered. There is no indisputable evidence that Rhapsodic Dionysus myth existed before the Hellenistic era, the Egyptian toponymatic period, but direct indications suggest that the myth was already well known in classical archives. Osiris and Horus struggles with Set. Herodotus is silent about the actual dismemberment of Osiris. Egypt knew no secret about the myth, and it was in fact absolutely critical to the ideology of the kingship and cosmic order. Bert Kern explains Herodotus' silence, suggesting the corresponding myth of the dismemberment of Dionysus was an unspeakable doctrine of mysteries. Specific question concerning the origin of Dionysus' dismemberment myth may not have yet answered, but there is certainly no doubt Herodotus' mind of the influence the Egyptian myth and the mysteries had on Greek religion on the heel of the account of of phallic imagery does. I will never admit that the similar ceremonies performed in Greece and Egypt are the result of coincidence. Had that been so, our rites would have been more Greek in character and less recent in origin. Nor will I allow the Egyptians ever took over from Greece either their custom or any other way. Left with the possibility that Greek ceremonies similar to Egyptian ones are somewhat influenced by Egyptian traditions. Belief that openly consciously welcoming Egyptian influence, their archaic and early classical literature evidence escapes as archaeological evidence. emulation of Egypt religion. Nile Valley and Delta, valuable evidence for the Greek identification with the participation in Egypt religion gathered a number of votive figures bearing Greek dedicatory inscriptions in Lower Egypt. Isis with baby Horus type, very familiar in ancient Egypt, although the provenance of the statue is unknown, and analysis of the inscription suggests an archaic Ionian dialect and dates in figure about 500 BCE. Egyptian statue might indicate if it was purchased from stock similarly, perhaps especially dedication to nearby Egyptian. There is no doubt for worshipper Greeks. Pathermos, son of Nylon, offered me a statue of Isis. The fact that the inscription is in Greek obviously suggests a Greek traveler or ex-Spartae visited the maid offering at the Egyptian temple. Another bronze votive example in the same statue of Apis bull rendered in a purely traditional Egyptian style panoply suggests a date between which possibly Aeolian or more Dorian fronts received from a Greek site in the Delta. Considering the suggestion of archaic to mid-classical port city Nocratis, assuming that it was reused elsewhere in the Greco-Roman period, a lot of inscription. Socrates dedicated me to Panoply. This incident animal cult to episode as the Ba, B-E, the spirit or physical manifestation of the Egyptian god Ptah, chief god of the city Memphis. The Greek name Panoply is thought to derive from the Egyptian phrase the spirit of Ptah, which Panoply is not attested to as god elsewhere in the literary evidence. A flash of light descends upon the cow from heaven, and this causes her to receive Apis. And the mother cow is never afterwards able to have another calf. Upon the death of Apis' bull, it becomes identified with Osiris, god of the dead and underworld, because of the divine nature of the bull's birth and its affiliation with Osiris. The bull's mother hence comes to be identified with Isis, goddess of motherhood and sorceress, whose magic resuscitated the deceased Osiris. The Egyptian saint experiences profound rise in animal cult simulation attention. Mother of the Apis bulls, the 37th regional year of Amasis. Onward ritual mummification, so-called mother of Apis. Burial of catacombs, sacred animal cemetery, rural necropolis, which is strong political and military relations between Greece and Egyptian. Egyptian Delta, Nocratis. Greek site in the Delta, which, Alice attention, mother of the Apis. We left to wonder, however, what business a Greek would have dedicating a votive offering to Apis bull in the Greek colony of Nocratis. Evidence, temple shrine, Apis cult in Nocratis. There's Ba, the Apis representing Hephaestus. Greek equivalent associated with Isis. Mother of Apis was associated with Isis. Suggests the existence of the temple of Isis in many other Egyptian Greek temple to Demeter. Aphrodite and Zeus may have received votive offerings related to Isis. Excavations within the temple of Aphrodite. Votive figurine of a seated woman with a child indicative of Greek Egyptianizing style. This figure immediately brings to mind a scene of popular Egyptian statue of Isis with child Horus, later known as Harpocrates. The Greeks certainly quite familiar with this statue today. Bronze Isis and Horus statue offered by Greek Egyptian temple. The temple of Aphrodite echoed element of motherhood. Crudely arranging small stones figured lying on the couch or bed, something with a localized Egyptianizing style of Greek figurines. 6th century century BCE appears a manufactured Greco-Egyptian statue. Greco-Egyptian, wow, it does exist. Statue type continues in a more or less unchanged iconographic. 6th century BCE, the Greco-Egyptian statue. Representational style for many centuries we encountered similar beginning type of a woman reclining in a bed among native Egyptian statue. The strong similarity of the motif suggests the adoption of this Egyptian statue type from the Greeks, and a large number of examples come from the New Kingdom Egyptian market village Deir el-Medina, among residents there from royal tombs and mortuary temples. Many of the Deir el-Medina figurines are typical regular painted designs of naked children beside their own figurines. Hathor, the goddess of sexuality, and identified with the Greek Aphrodite, which testifies to the presence in the temple of Aphrodite, which were Paraguay rendered in the form of this, the grotesque Egyptian dwarf god of sexuality and childbirth. The god figure, besides the feminine further emphasizes the object's childbirth and mother symbol and magical symbol. Similar as the amount of evidence of Aphrodite, Isis and the child horse, we further see. Ah, fuck. Jesus Christ, come on. Come on.
Hey.
What?
It's on the road, man. It is cold as fuck out here.
It seems plausible there was devoted.
I am not finna sit out here and get shit like that.
Jobs were dedicated to the temple.
Alright?
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I gotta get to the end of this.
Excuse me.
Yeah. The truly remarkable character of the object is revealed in the inscription. Xenos, son of Theodotus, made this statue of Selene, given life.
It's that whole annoying part again.
The inscription, I can hear you just fine, incorporates people. Greco-Egyptian. Egyptian royal and divine epithet, given life, D-Ankh.
Excuse me.
A-N-K-H.
Excuse me.
That's what that fucking cross is called.
Excuse me.
What?
Hi. Hey, remember me?
Yeah, what's
okay,
up?
Yeah,
I gotta
great.
finish
Can we
this.
get out of the fucking cold, please?
Where are we gonna go?
Out of the damn cold, man. That's where we're going.
Okay, my leg's asleep right now.
Huh?
My leg's asleep right now.
I know. It's fucking freezing out here.
But I gotta wait for it to wake up.
I'm gonna help you up, man.
I gotta wait for it to wake up. Distinct gods to fly together and coalesce in one.
And we're gonna go from there.
There was needed only the slightest resemblance to cause two apparently distinct gods to fly together and coalesce in one. The power of attraction was greater than the power of repulsion. The archaeological evidence.
I've got to secure
you do what
so
you
can
gotta
get
do.
some rest, man.
I'm
Alright?
fine.
Get some food in and stuff. Alright?
Yeah, I gotta finish this. And my leg has to come back so I can walk.
Yeah. That's them.
Yeah, my leg is not working.
Bend your leg. You want me to
It's
pick it
not
up?
working. It's not gonna work. I've fallen before.
Huh?
I've fallen before.
So what are you gonna
Wait 5 minutes. Suggest that the Egyptian until it comes back to life.
do? Hey, you should have just sat up.
I'm waking it up right now.
It's fucking cold as fuck out here.
Hang on, hang in there. Osiris, Dionysus. Horus, Apollo. So Horus is like my brother. Oh my god.
Your battery should be charged and you can do that shit where you at. You can study where you at, but you can't charge your batteries while you still on them. No, that's not, they don't charge like that, right?
Bast. It says Artemis is Bubastis.
Hi, hey. Guy over here, don't speak, look up your well-being.
Bast. Artemis is Bast, whoever that is. Bubastis. You know who that is? Bubbistus. Have you ever translated Egyptian hieroglyphs? I did this one time. Go to the Egyptian temple of Amun at Thebes. Melanthios dedicated me a statue for Theban Zeus. Using script to determine to be. Give me like 12 minutes or whenever the end of this is. Look, additional passages from Herodotus on the 12 and 8 gods. Hercules was one of the 12 gods. Egyptians who took the name Hercules from the Greeks, opposite is true. The Greeks took Egyptians. Do we have any money to eat? Like, can we go outside and eat somewhere?
Huh?
Do you have any money?
Yeah.
Or do we have to get some? You do?
What?
You do have money?
Yeah? What?
Well, then let's get up and go inside. God damn it, my foot's bad.
Can you speak up, please?
I'm coming. From 8 and the 12, they hold Hercules to be one. I'm getting up right fucking out. I gotta get to the end of this. The youngest of the gods was thought to be Hercules. Okay, help me. Egyptian Pan is very ancient and one of the 8 gods who existed. Yeah. Oh, look, man. Look, I be pulling you down, man. Okay. You're coming with me. You're coming with me. Third order to descendant of the 12. Alright, fuck it. Did I even get 25% charge on this bullshit?
You can't charge it while you still own it.
I'm charging the shit. I'm doing a multitask. We got you.
It don't charge like that.
God bless you. Nothing
But
charges.
between all that shit, yeah, you should though. Really?
Ridiculousness.
It's called using one phone.
It is not called using one phone. You always have to have a backup. You always have, maybe like having a reliable battery pack. That's what it's called. Having a reliable fucking perpetual motion motherfucking battery pack.
You're a blockhead.
I am a blockhead. Fucking blockaded on up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're a blockhead.
Somebody's got to do it. I mean, shit.
What, be a blockhead?
Yeah. Why don't you fucking kick it like a football or some shit?
Huh?
Kick it like a football. Give a fuck if you like it. Or if you don't like it. I said I don't give a fuck if you like it or if you don't like it. It is what it is and that's how it's gonna be.
It is.
Okay. It is what it is, that's how it's gonna be.
What would you like to eat for breakfast?
I don't give a fuck. I'm just happy to eat. I don't care. Either way. I don't care. Either way. I just want to go inside and charge some shit. It's gonna take me 30 minutes to get unpacked again. And I don't even get a charge. Like, I never get above 50%. If not 25. I know I have to be on a leash all fucking day long because nobody will send me like $100 to buy battery packs. It's ridiculous. It gets. Alright. It does get ridiculous. Ready, Freddy. Spells, incantations.
Ritualistic things, right?
Spells, incantations.
Native entities.
Negative entities.
Look at that.
What is it?
What?
Holy fuck. Wake up. Damn, man. Capsized.
None of that stuff, right?
Yeah, realistic
None of that stuff has any effect on
sacrifices.
it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, demons don't hang on to me and attach themselves to me. You see what I mean?
Yeah, they can't.
And just have me like change go through all kinds of changes and suck me into
Because
that
you have
shit.
to be in a state of lack for a demon to attach to you.
And it's not even just there. It's a lot of places. These things don't have any effect on you. You know what I mean? That's why I say I'm
Because
running.
you transmute it. You're stronger.
That's why I say I'm running this.
They don't have form.
Huh?
They don't have bodies.
That's why I tell you when I say I'm running
Every
this
human
thing,
is stronger than them.
You know?
Yeah.
None of that shit. You know? That's why my camp is in places. My camps are at places where a lot of people feel uneasy at.
We came over from a parallel universe. It was
know.
like a sideways 8. Not a sideways 8, but like a diagonal
I don't have all the
8. I'd call it Y.
You know? I don't know if
I don't know. I don't know. It starts with a Y.
Put together. What happened, man?
I think it was a rollover.
Well, that's apparent.
Yeah.
Capsized. Counterbalance. Counterbalance your sails. He didn't counterbalance his sails. So it flipped. Who did I say? Who else you look like? You look like the Reaper with the white tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw your half-dead face. So that means you were resurrected once. And you're a twin.
Yeah.
In the meiosis stage, which one's that? When D turns to B. When D turns to B, what dimension is that? And doubles. When D turns to B and doubles, that's the meiosis cell split stage.
Burger King?
Makes twins, so separate them.
I hope we can walk through the drive-thru like they...
I don't give a fuck. I'm following you, man.
Alright.
I'm on cruise control today.
So...
Ride slow.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Oh, we gotta meditate and get in our power, though.
Wow.
If we're ever gonna go back there. Because, like I said, I think they're plotting against me. Betrayal is the theme.
You didn't, well...
And...
You didn't betray them.
I didn't betray them.
No.
No, somebody betrays me.
Oh,
I thought it was my bodyguard, so I ditched him. But...
Probably. They betrayed me.
Because it said the one who follows close. The one who follows close. But like I thought they meant like a follower of Jesus. The one who follows close betrays you. No, it must have been my bodyguard because I couldn't get a fucking distance from him at all, Alex.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He wouldn't bust a block. He doesn't understand when to separate.
Really?
When I need like him to, yeah, he just follows me like a tick on my ball sack. that I can't see and I can't reach.
What was
this? Is every time I get with him, he's hard to shake.
When you get into what?
Every time I get with him, he's hard to shake.
How many times have you been around him?
Like fucking 3.
Since when?
Since I could handle it.
Okay, you got to feel me.
And he be speaking that apocalyptic.
Okay,
he could just be a false prophet, though.
Hey, can I walk through? I can walk through? Alright, cool. So...
I think he's just a false prophet with his own apocalyptic language that he speaks the Eye of Ra, or whatever. I don't fucking know what he says. He fucking decodes or unencrypts everything in an apocalyptic way. I don't know where he learned the language. The language of the dead. Yeah, he speaks it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did he learn that?
Where he did?
Yeah.
What did he say to him?
I think he's a false prophet. He's just, I hear him mumbling back there like, Ra, the eye of Ra, blah, blah, blah. Or like, he'll just decode some shit.
Yeah.
And be like, armies, da, 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 da. And like, he decoded my name one time and shit. And like, I don't know, he won't speak a whole bunch on it, but he knows the apocalyptic language of the dead from Ra, the sun god. That's where he learned it.
Order for you?
What the hell is it? Where are we at?
Birthday. Order for you? Or
I guess. It don't matter. How'd you know I can't make little decisions?
I don't know, I just know.
Mozzarella sticks are good though.
Yeah.
Mozzarella sticks and a salad maybe is alright.
You want what?
Is that more than a fucking hamburger? Which one costs more, a hamburger or a salad? Let me get the salad if it's cheaper.
Are you looking at combo meal?
I don't fucking know. You just order for me.
Alright.
Bacon, cheese, waffle,
Alright,
whatever.
hello?
There's some sweet tea. I can't be doing all them little things like what am I going to wear this morning? Even if I had bags to worry about and where I could take a shot. No, I don't think Smiley has anything to do with it. Because he's 7. He's the 7 of hearts.
Come on, we'll walk over.
Yeah.
Alright.
Must be weird. It's got to be Jimmy's then. Or Jimmy's the protector. Now, he said he was battling it. So he was tired of battling it. Not Jimmy's. It's that Blake guy's master. And his demons. And the things that he's summoning for what he's doing rituals to. Which I don't know who he's serving. He wouldn't speak on it. But
all of them are all involved.
Smiley's the 7 of hearts. He's good. He's pure.
It's
Not
a little
so
more
much.
than that. It's a little bit more than that.
But he's balanced. He's the red. He's neutral. Smiley's neutral.
Maybe. Maybe not, though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of.
Mexican restaurant. They'll fucking let us indoors.
Mexican restaurant?
Yes.
Um,
And we can hijack an outlet while we fucking are paying customers to eat. Or we could go all the way to downtown where they have a bar, sit at the bar and fucking plug our, charge our shit
how
up.
about we order from fucking Sonic and
What the
go
fuck
over
is
here
this,
to
a
the
barbecue
trailer?
place? Like, can we sit in here, or are they gonna kick everybody out for the COVID too, like little bitches?
I don't know.
So I can't eat if I don't card during COVID?
I got 21 available gas.
Alright, fuck it. Get a fucking fishing pole and we'll go. There's shit right there, there's an outlet.
Alright.
Are they
You can't
open?
be plugging a million things in the outlet.
Are they open back? They are.
You got a mask? You wear a mask.
I got my mask.
Yeah. So, you can't,
Mama say, Mama Shaman, let's
Proud of you. Polo G. Wow, in the
You can sit down in here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You just decide. Sounds so sweet. They're cute.
my grandma still with me when they get cold. I feel spirit. Talk to my little sister, phone calls. Lucid carrots walking, cordon them shackles. See my mama, her eyes tearing. Trying to record these blessings, but the devil keep interfering. Everybody go through something, it's all about perseverance. They was counting me out. I put passion in every lyric. Fuck a stack up and even spend some racks on my parents. Yeah, I know that they hate. I'm the man, ain't trying to hear it. Follow D&D, I'm out in Cali, whipping through the mountains. Screwing feeling my soul, windows down, speakers pounding. Yeah, my engine roaring in that Gucci Tiger ground. Expensive taste, my clothes foreign. I be dripping like a fountain. These new shoes, I started hustling, cause I didn't get no allowance. Being down the wrong path, found my lane and I be routed. Hottest in my city, I had every breath the label scouted. I got rich and left the hood, still don't leave the crib without it. Swear it ain't no better feeling. Been thumbing through these thousands, so much money can't keep track. I think I might need an accountant. I've been running up tags, them blue honey just keep piling. Came a long way from depression. All these bitches keep me smiling. Know my grandma still with me something, it's all about perseverance. They was counting me out. I put passion in every lyric. Fuck the stack up and demons. Spent some rock on my parents. Yeah, I know that they hate. I'm the man, they tryna hear it. Cuddly my brother in them trenches. Told him come and stay with me. We gon' live like kings for all them nights. Ain't got no place to sleep. Niggas watch the starve and never offered us a plate to eat. The thought that they mad, but I know that they won't wait for me. Last year I took the trip to every place that I couldn't wait to see. Ernie, I'm locked up again. Started that station faithfully. Now I'm the golden child. I used to think my mama hated me. Ain't budging about no problems. What a nigga gon' come take from me. I heard you a robber on that concrete. You gon' lay the seats. This boy he waving like a blow dry. Gon' hit his face with heat. With this shit for life, forever gang until I'm 83. Real niggas dying. It seem like heaven is the place to be. Know my grandma still with me when they get cold. I feel spirit. Talking to my little sister, phone calls. Do securities walking court in them shackles. See my mama, her eyes still trying to work towards these blessings, but the devil keep interfering. Everybody go through something. It's all about perseverance. They was counting me out. I put passion in every lyric. Fuck the stack up and even spend some rock on my parents. Yeah, I know that they hate. I'm the man, they trying to hear it. Can I see that item? Do you think I can make them like feel me on this song like without saying too much? I kept on begging you to stay. I could no longer, so please forgive me, I was strong. I take my lick and I move on. Fuck them niggas for life, the way they did me wrong. I was blind when they crossed me. Yeah, I was blind when they crossed me. I was blind when they crossed me. I was blind when they crossed me. I go put this shit on everything. I ain't came out the back door. For this shit, man, I was struggling for so long. Pray every day, protect myself and told that fucking ball. I'm on my business, I'm not like these niggas, all this understand. I know no name, but throw them beans. I told this shawty, got me on a winning team. Please. I told that bitch she best believe. I told that buzz, fuck that tray, I told that thing. How the fuck you do me wrong? Left me for a nigga that wasn't worth it like me. I put in work, the baby told me ain't deserve me like me. I was lucky in a coupe, they put the word out on me. I was blind when they crossed 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 me. Hey, YB, I was blind when they crossed me. Fly check in, bro. Already know this shit to the cash. I been used by niggas, I been used by bitches. One thing ain't never do is get in my feelings. Most these niggas never been in no trench. None of these hoes don't put in my business. Don't need no nigga, don't need no bitch. Cause if I get locked up, they gon' send me shit. Got a bag, I put it on your head, little bitch. Y'all broke ass nigga can't tell me shit. L-O-V-E, that ain't me. M-O-N-E-Y, that's me. I don't trust y'all nigga for all I can see. Most y'all hoes fucking more than me. Can't fuck with everybody what I learned in the street. Niggas don't show up with the time.
Oh, fuck. Just leave it alone. It's fine. There's nobody in here. They don't give a fuck. Why are you gonna make a scene? That's retarded to make a scene. I can do what I want. Yeah. All right, then walk out of this motherfucker. I don't need you. I don't care.
Act like you got some own trains and shit, man. Alright? Really? Because I know you got some.
Nobody's in here to be embarrassed about.
No, well, I'm about other people, man. I can
Okay, do what you want, but just ignore it. It's over here. Etiquette, there's nobody in here. I gotta do what I gotta do because it takes me all fucking day.
What's the because they send in the mail to you for just like the same food. Yeah, and so I mean usually you run the so they send it, and I've been working. I worked a long time. I ran like this last section. I did a little bit of time. Oh, so that was high school. You found everybody else. doing the same thing. Well, no, because it's not due until December. I think that's the last day. So there's the phone app did it. It was a little slower than my watch. I'm not gonna lie. But it was only like
What, it had a little extra time for you?
How'd you get there?
It went to add something twice, and I thought I was going to go to the homeless group, and I knocked out.
Hey, thanks again, man. I really appreciate it.
One day.
I missed your birthday. It's October 3rd. Correct? I remember from last year. Not very good.
Well, so yeah, I thought she was coming today, and then she replied tomorrow, so it's tomorrow.
Well, yeah. But smart.
But,
Now, pure interns in all my classes except for 2. I don't remember what my other was. They don't have a pure intern. They just have a 2 or 5 that accumulated over like 3 or 4. So I did have a pure intern on Monday.
put it out in the room.
I've got a
But it's not a good thing.
I've got one. You know what? It's been pretty enjoyable. I'm trying to be accountable. Be like, okay, I have to pay, I'm not paying, I'm paying. I'm trying to be I always say, like, God bless her. She says that, like, she helped me with this private problem.